These and more you'd find on the front page of the Daily Trust. That'll be a good place to wrap it up this morning on the headlines. The numbers to call are 0700-951-0000, 0809-597-4869. On WhatsApp, it's 080-999-30137. You can send a voice note on WhatsApp. You can call the WhatsApp number, or you can send a message on WhatsApp. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. I think we are at Nigeria Info Abuja on Facebook, at Nigeria Info Abuja on YouTube. We'll take a very quick break for the commercials, and when we return, we'll get to your reactions. Don't go away.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Morning Crossfire on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to the Morning Crossfire. It's 6:30 a.m. Time to get to your reactions to the newspaper headlines this morning. Once again, the numbers to call are 0700-951-0000, 0809-597-4869. You can also call on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 080-999-30137. You can call on WhatsApp, send a message on WhatsApp, or send a voice note on WhatsApp. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Bako.
You're welcome.
I want to comment on the head that says democracy is not working in Nigeria. Really, democracy is not working in Nigeria. If democracy is working in Nigeria, our leader cannot do what they feel like. In a democracy, you cannot maltreat your people anyhow. Cannot do what's not accepted in the society. I don't know where they adopt the democracy from. Even as one country, what I do in Nigeria, they don't do it. For being a leader, they do whatever they feel like, suppressing and oppressing the market. May God help us.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing. Good morning. Do also call back. You can also call on WhatsApp 080-999-30137. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. So you can watch either on Facebook or on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja and drop your comments there on as well. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Gabriella from Bisalagi.
You're welcome.
Say democracy is failing in Nigeria. Yes, it is true that democracy is failing. But Obasanjo started this bastardization and it bastardized democracy in Nigeria, especially during his regime, when he declared and the state and he removed democratically elected of two governors. He removed them, especially the one in Ekiti, because the governor the township accepted it, and he told him, I made the governor, and I removed him, and he removed him, and in the event there were two governors, the deputy governor and the speaker of two governors. They claim that they are governors of Ekiti. So Obasanjo started the political bastardization during his regime. So for him now to talk, I don't expect him, because he planted bad precedent, and this present government is following the same. And the government will continue to do the same thing, because politicians planted bad precedent, especially.
So let me ask you a question, though. Can I ask you a question? Yes. If the person who you were taking over office from, following your analogy, your point of view, that is, has gone on the wrong path, does it justify you going on the wrong path as well?
No, it's not but politicians will continue to follow bad presidents. That's what is expected.
So how do we break that norm? How do we break that cycle?
What we do is that we have to reform our political system. We have to amend the constitution, because there are a lot of lacunas in the constitution, and politicians will continue to capitalize on this lacuna to carry out their undemocratic actions. So we need to review the constitution, and the politician must do what is right. It also they will continue to mess up the political system.
So the constitution is the problem. We need to get back to the constitution.
It's because there are a lot of lacunas in our constitution.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning, Angelique Gabriella. How are you?
Very well, thank you. You're welcome.
My name is Abakar calling from Gwagwalada.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. This notion that somebody bastardized democracy or somebody mismanaged economy, nobody will fix it. Everyone will come and escalate the prevailing situation. It is uncalled for. That is in Rwanda. Paul Kagame took up the war-torn Rwanda and transformed it. There are many countries who are in a national crisis. Somebody came and bring out the country stronger. But in Nigeria, everyone will be giving excuses of saying somebody escalated the problem, then nobody will fix it. It's no longer acceptable. Democracy is not working in Nigeria. That is the fact. Obasanjo has said the right thing. And we thank God we have people like Obasanjo who will say the truth.
So my question to you now is, how can we make the democracy work if it is no longer working, like you said?
The democracy work when there is institutional integrity. That is what makes the democracy. When institutions of democracy are very strong, when nobody compromise, nobody bends the law.
Is it possible, though? Is it possible to have a government where there is no compromise? And I'm saying that casting a reflection on other parts of the world, in saner climes, you'd always find, even if it's just one person, who happens to compromise, which is why there are laws and there are consequences for breaking these laws. So is that possible? Is what you're demanding for possible?
If you dare do it in other claim, you have the consequences. The whole world know what happened when Donald Trump tried to truncate the election before the last in the USA. He suffered for prosecution throughout the 4 years that he led power. That nobody is above the law.
All right.
In Nigeria, they manipulate the judiciary. They carry power abuse in all the institutions. Democracy is not working. It's better we look for alternative. That is my thing. Thank you.
Okay. I was going to ask you what alternative is there to democracy, but let's just leave it at that. Let's get to your messages now on Facebook. We're streaming live on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Also on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. On Facebook, Oza Francis Omaga Namani says, government at all levels should collaborate and come up with proactive measures to address the incidences of farmers-herders clash. Honestly, so many Nigerians can no longer go to farms for fear of being attacked. May God help us. He sends that message in from Amagunze. Let's see, this one here is from Chukwugozie Onu. He's watching us live from Uburu in Ohaozara local government area of Ebonyi State. Good morning as well. Okwando Obina says, this call to recall Senator Natasha is very undemocratic and it's hate motivated and unacceptable. It's a pity that what motivated most pro-democracy activists during the military era was not the urge to lift the people up. As a matter of fact, what we have today in the name of democracy was not better than what was in place before. Where is the rule of law, the independence of the judiciary and the legislature? This kind of democracy is highly unacceptable. That's what Okwando Obina says on Facebook. We'll get to your messages on WhatsApp shortly, but let's take some of your calls on there. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It's a Luther Senator Obasanjo calling all the way from Lapai, Niger State.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Princess. God, day. We no go fear for this country. We'll be like fella disciple. We will say it whether they will arrest us or not. Fella done his own part. Usman equally has done his own part. Peter Obi still done his own part. Amechi, Erufai, and them and quote them. Democracy has been so rough. Like other people, Abubakar has been said, a lot of people have been said. See, it's not somebody from the sea. We should come out and unite. Let's shift our problems that South will work, South. See, every part of this country is suffering. It's not all about the South. It's not all about the North. It's not all about the Middle Belt. It's not all about Yoruba. It's not all about Igbo. It's not all about Ijo. It's not all about Hausa or Kadara. as a whole, please, it's all about Nigerians. If we want the democracy to work, like Peter Obi and co has said, Tinubu, APC, them, they have robbed Nigerians. They have bring bad luck to Nigerians. You cannot have anything saying good to this country.
All right.
The president and the Senate president will suspend a legislator. It's somebody that has been elected by his own people, a governor that was elected by his own people, and the judiciary, the Supreme Court, will keep praying alongside with the Supreme Court. We will not pray good for them. We will pray bad for them.
Okay, easy, Obasanjo. Easy. Easy there. Easy.
Princess.
I can hear you.
Princess.
I can hear you.
Until the judges of this country renew their lost glory. If not, we will keep praying for the bad things.
Okay, Obasanjo, calm down. I was trying to calm you down earlier. All right, calm down. There's no need. I mean, if you're gonna, decide that you want to pray bad for the leaders, because I was going to ask you a question about what you said about Nigerians coming together to work for the better of the country. I was going to ask you how. What are some practical measures you suggest that Nigerians, take advantage of? So if you're going to decide that the solution to all of the challenges we're facing with democracy, with insecurity, with the economy is praying bad for the government, don't you think you're shooting yourself in the foot? Praying bad for your leaders, who then will lead you to the promised land? Obasanjo. Anyway, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's get to your messages on WhatsApp. We've got a few voice notes here as well, but let's look a few messages and then we'll get back to the calls. This says, good morning, Radio Angel. I cannot be forced to apologize, says Natasha. Sometimes he who fights and runs leaves to fight another day. On the ambush in Plateau, when we hear roads are being commissioned, no national grid, blackout, no strike in schools, corrupt free civil servants and politicians. Oh, I'm sure you mean to ask, when will we hear? I'm not quite... you did not type this quite correctly, but Yahaya, the head boy from Massacre, thank you for sharing that regardless. This says democracy is failing in Nigeria, according to Obasanjo, a situation whereby a democratically elected government was removed in River State against the 1999 constitution and nothing happened. That's from St. Jude in Gwagwalada. This here says Ipman warns that petrol marketers may start selling fuel in dollars if the Naira for crude policy issue persists. That was a headline from yesterday, but I'll just go on to read your comment. It says this could drive fuel prices higher, straining Nigerians who earn in Naira. Urgent action is needed to prevent further financial strain on citizens and restore economic stability. That's from Wole Fatola. One more and we get back to the phone lines. This says... good morning. Nigerian politicians will never make the ordinary man too bright due to their overdue constitution. As you can see, the constitution is being guided by the politicians who are in power, while the same constitution... I'm not sure I understand your comments. But it says Nigerians are facing difficulty. I'm sure they are aware. That's from Warake Iyadon Owake. All right, thank you for sharing that. Let's get back to your calls now. Good morning. Hello, are you there? Okay. I can't hear a thing. Okay, there you are. Good morning.
Yeah, well, Angel, how you doing?
Very well, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Ugo, the next president.
Go ahead, Ojo.
Yeah, one of the people said that LA teachers begin fourth strike in 4 months.
In 3 months.
Yeah, you can see the laugh of our local government chairman that they are not responsible enough. I can see what they are doing to education in FCT. These are the people that are supposed to be writing their exam now. They have cut it. So how many times they have back on strike? This second term. This is the fourth one. So how do you expect the people to enjoy their education, to enjoy their learning? Go to all the local, you will not see anything these local government chairmen are doing. And every month they are receiving allocation. To pay the salary of their staff become a problem for them. See, the level of the country is just getting worse every time. Local government is failing, state governor is failing, even the federal level, they are failing. The federal civil servant, when did they even get their salary? Their salary is not static again. Any month, any date, they see salary, they receive. Only God will deliver us. If you are saying that democracy is no longer working in the country, so is it the military will be better? They say the worst of democracy is better than the military. That is the common saying. It's just that our politicians in this part of the world are just not ready to do the right thing. And that's what I'm saying. There's nothing politicians cannot destroy if we should allow them. But I know that one day, monkey will go market and will never
so my question, Ojo, is how do we fix this challenge? How can we demand responsibility or some level of accountability from our leaders?
See, we cannot do more than what we are doing. It's just that we have political leaders that are ready to change things, to live for good. Citizens cannot do more than what we are doing. We can only be calling, encouraging them, condemning whatever they are doing. They are in the corridor of power. Everything is in their hand. Do we want it to do it on a ballot? It cannot work. We know what happened to NSAS people up to now. Many of them are still lamenting in jail.
All right.
So we want to take that risk again. But I know that nothing past God. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Let's take some of your comments on our Facebook live stream. Dr. Mrs. Ma Olebara from Owerri says Nigeria's banner is no longer without stain as its independence. Today, a banner is corruption stained, divisively turned along parochial, political, ethnic, and religious interests. May God have mercy on those who hate themselves. Oyewole Fatunla says 250,000 out of 488,000 voters are pushing to recall a senator who won with just 54,074 votes. This mirrors Dino Melaye's recall attempt, where over 90% of signatures were fraudulent. Political desperation often breeds manufactured legitimacy, but truth prevails, is what he says. Good morning, Hafsat Muazu. Thank you for watching us live. Muazu John Lasisi from Buari says, constituents submit recall bill to INEC. No one knows the truth from Natasha and either the electorate being deceived in the recall issue. If they decide to recall the truth back, then they will pay for their sin for years to come. It's the National Assembly that decides to wage war against the truth. We're watching is what he says. Joel Choji, thank you for watching us live. Let's see. Reachland Wisdom is watching us from Lapai. Should I pronounce that correctly? Joseph Orim says the recall of the senator is a political move by her opponents. God will help her, is what Joseph says. On YouTube, a live feed on YouTube, Omar Ibrahim says, we cannot do more than what we are doing. Okay. All right. Let's get back to your calls now. Good morning.
Good morning once again, Your Excellency and Gabriella.
You're welcome, sir.
I remember myself for Bakar Ali, Ali. I'm calling from Firobe Kobwa.
You're welcome.
Well, Obasanjo, the FCT primary school, look, everything is going down. Everything is going back. Yeah, I don't believe in this analogy that says, of course, with all the shortcomings of the Constitution, if these guys want to obey the rule of law and do what the Constitution says, we will have meaningful development. Are we trying now, and let us ask ourselves, all area councils and the FCT, didn't they receive February allocation? Didn't they generate revenue in February? But they have not paid primary school teachers, neither do they pay area council staff. Is it that they do not have joint allocation committee with the minister and the allocation is shared to them? Me, I always believe in the message, not the messenger. Forget about what the all inadequacies of former President Obasanjo. You understand? You cannot complain that Jonathan is doing this and that, and when you came, you are doing worse than him. No, it's not done like that. We are not practicing democracy. Look at those that elected Natasha, less than 55,000, and 250,000 people in less than 1 week have signed petition that have signed that. Come on, we are not fools, not fools. So you dare not talk against the system. The system will look for a way to either eliminate you or keep you out of circulation. And we say the worst form of democracy is better than the best form of military. What is happening in Burkina Faso, with what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing in Burkina Faso, as all the civilian regime in administration in Burkina Faso do what this guy is doing in less than 2 years, don't follow any sugar-coated expression. No? The best, this thing, we want the best, whether anything.
All right.
Not say any worse form of military is better. Traoré is proving that at all wrong. Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity.
Thank you as well. A final call. Good morning.
Good morning to you, the Angel of Duty on duty. Angel Gabriella, I greet you this
You're
morning.
welcome.
Thank you so much. I remain my humble self, Motayo, reaching you from Galadimawa this humble morning. Our protocols duly observed. As caller. I agree with Abubakar. You see, very quickly, what's it called? Leadership. This charade of faulted leadership of disobedience of the Nigerian Constitution. You understand? It did not start in one day. It started when I started calling the nature of this leadership charade of leadership. When I kept saying abnormal way of leadership, this is unacceptable. I kept saying it, that this is not leadership. Look, it started from every little one of those things they did wrong that we called on air to disagree with them on. And because we didn't stop it, because like the next president, Ojo, the next president said that this is all we can do. We can't do more than this. No, sir, I refuse. I disagree. I beg to differ.
So what can we do then?
In democracy, look, you can't put 30%, 40% into an examination and you want them to give you an A. It doesn't work like that, man. If you want to get an A, we need to see from 70-75% above.
So you think Nigerians are not doing enough?
We are not doing enough. How many people came out for the NSAS? How many people came out for the End Bad Governance?
A lot of people came out for NSAS protests.
Yeah, no.
A lot of people did.
I disagree with you, ma. I'm saying it because I know what I'm saying. I was not absent myself.
Maybe you mean in certain locations?
You need, that's why I just said an examination of that you need 70% to get 75% to get an A. You put 40% into it. How do you want to get an A? That is the problem we have in Nigeria. We want hello.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
We want to give the person an A when the person has clamoring for the A as though it is correct at 40%. When we claim.
All right. Your line is breaking up.
Hello.
Your line is breaking up.
When we clearly know that the A should be given when the person only scores 75% and above.
All right.
Let's stop deceiving ourselves. We are telling ourselves lies. We are not telling anybody lies.
All right.
A should be given when the person score 70 and 75 above or thereabout. So until we put 75 into it, we can't get victory.
All right.
It was only 40% that came out on the streets, not even up to 40%.
I want to engage you and ask further questions, but our time is up, sadly. So perhaps if we'll have the opportunity on the other side of the hour, I definitely will. But thank you for calling. We'll take a very quick break for the commercials, and when we return, we'll get right into the lead. Don't go away.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Ramadan lokaci